Records from the Upper West Regional Health Directorate indicate that the Upper West region has recorded a total of 193 cases of the COVID-19 virus, with 61 active cases. Speaking in an interview with Citi News, the Upper West Regional Director of Health Services, Dr. Damian Punguyure, said the virus has been recorded in all the 11 municipalities and districts in the region, with 16 child infections.
Largely, the majority of the cases are coming from Wa Municipal and then Adoli. But I must say that at least every district has now recorded at least one case of COVID from the time the outbreak started up to now. Of these active cases that are now in the region, 6 are on admission. I would say one is seriously ill, the others are stable, moderately ill, and are being managed. The rest are being managed at home on isolation. They are asymptomatic or mildly ill, and so the case management team has been following them at home to ensure that they are adhering to the home management guidelines and that they don't pose a challenge to other persons. We have also picked cases that are children less than 10 years, just around 8%. But what happened is that they did not come with symptoms. The cases that we picked, then we try to do contact tracing for every single case. So we trace to their houses, straight to all contact, and children are also identified as contacts. So when we take samples, we test it, and some of them turn out to be positive. So as we speak, no child below 15 years has been admitted as a result of COVID. They are generally asymptomatic, and they have been picked because a family member has tested positive for COVID.
Dr. Punguyure admonished the general public and parents in particular to strictly adhere to all the safety protocols in order to ensure the safety of their children from contracting the disease.
Educating people on social distancing, we're asking people to put on masks. We're asking people to avoid crowded areas, enclosed environments. People should avoid unnecessary visits or public places that they don't really have any important assignment to do. People should stay away from gatherings that they are likely to be exposed. And so these are the messages that we are asking people in the region to observe. And we believe that if they obey all these things and then also wash their hands frequently, cover their mouth and nose when sneezing, and so on. When we do all this, we believe that when the message goes that particularly wearing of nose masks, proper wearing of nose masks is what is key. That can help us contain the disease.
According to health experts, non-adherence to the COVID-19 safety protocols is one of the reasons for the rising incidence of the disease. Citi News checks in some basic schools in the Wa municipality revealed that hand-washing facilities have been provided, but not all children were in nose masks.
We made parents aware of the situation in which we are now with the COVID-19. We gave them their rules and responsibilities in the era in which we are, because we are all aware that the parents have a role to play. The school authorities have a role to play, and government also has a role to play when it comes to reopening in the midst of COVID-19. So for instance, we made parents aware that now when their children are coming to school, they have to give them at least, they should carry along 2 nose masks. They wear one of them and keep the other one safely in their bags, just in case in the course of the day something happens to the nose mask they are wearing. They can always have a spare one to use.
Some parents are, however, not happy with the COVID-19 safety measures so far and are in fear for the safety of their children.
Coronavirus case especially in Upper West here, is becoming scary. So I can say I'm kind of happy for having my sister being here, because the social distancing is something they are talking of. We are not sure whether they are practicing it. We have students here, they don't wear their nose masks, so there's a high risk of she getting the virus. So I'm not happy the way things are done here.
The Ghana Road Private Transport Union in the Upper West region last week gave a one-week ultimatum to ban drivers and the traveling public who failed to adhere to the COVID-19 safety protocols. City News checks at the Wa main lorry station indicate that whereas some persons were in nose masks, the social distancing protocol remained a challenge as vehicles were seen loaded to full capacities. From the Upper West Regional Health Directorate, my name is Latif Mahama, City News.